Hi everyone, happy Monday. Today I'm going to answer the question about intermittent fasting and heartburn. So intermittent fasting is really beneficial for so many different things, including weight loss, including gut healing, and all sorts of other wonderful things, resetting your metabolism. But every once in a while, people will experience some side effects from it. And one of the common side effects is heartburn. So why might that happen, and what can we do about it? So one of the reasons that might happen is, intermittent fasting is a form of fasting where you do eat during the day, but it's within like an eating window. So for example, you might eat from 8 to 4 every day, and you would have 2 to 3 normal meals in that period of time, or you might eat 9 to 4, or some people really limit it and it's like 12 to 4 or something. So you might have like a 4-hour eating window, a 6-hour eating window, an 8-hour window, a 9-hour eating window, whatever it is. It's a consistent window where you're eating 2 to 3 meals, and then you fast. When that window is done, you fast until the start of that window the next day. So you might stop eating at 4 o'clock in the afternoon and start eating again at 8 a.m. Or you might stop at 4 and start eating at 11 the next day, whatever it is. Okay, so by the way, I think intermittent fasting is an amazing thing, but you do have to figure out what works for your body. And another key trick with it is that you can adjust it. So depending on your lifestyle. So unlike counting macros or counting calories or counting portions or weighing your food or whatever it is, where that is like putting you in this very, very strict box where you can't change. It's like your computer that gets daily input and it can't be variable. Intermittent fasting can come and go based on how you feel, based on your lifestyle. So a couple great examples. You're not going to want to intermittent fast if you're a female who's cycling. You don't want to intermittent fast during your period week. You don't really want to intermittent fast or restrict calories or do anything like that when you're traveling, because your body has different needs, especially if you're really stressed. And you're probably not going to want to intermittent fast when you are under a high pressure situation, really, really high stress, pregnant or breastfeeding. Okay, so those are a couple situations. So if it's like a normal thing for you, you've gotten used to it, but let's say you have a wedding, right? And the wedding reception falls outside of your fasting window. You just either adjust the window or you don't intermittent fast that day. So it's very, very, very flexible based on how you're feeling, based on what your needs are, based on what your goals are, and based on what your lifestyle is, which is amazing. Now, personally, I always say that it doesn't matter what you do if your foundation is not good nutrition. Like, don't intermittent fast, but then your 2 to 3 meals are McDonald's, okay? Like, that's not going to do anything for you. So make sure it's still, your vegetable base, fruit base, high quality proteins, high quality fats, nuts, seeds, all those wonderful things. That's the foundation of your nutrition. So to get to the question, why do you experience heartburn? Well, so if you have like this short window where you're eating meals and then you fast, you may experience heartburn if when you break your fast the next day, you have too much food at once. Maybe you eat too quickly. That's another reason. But one common reason that people experience heartburn is because they actually don't have enough hydrochloric acid, stomach acid, to break down the food. Okay, so if you are sure that you're not eating too quickly because you're hungry from your fast, if you're sure that your meal isn't too big, then you might want to consider doing something like either including digestive enzymes to help you break down your foods, or you might consider doing something like an apple cider vinegar drink 20 minutes before you break your fast so that it stimulates your digestive enzymes naturally, and see if that helps your acid reflux. So more often than not, when people have acid reflux, it's because they don't have enough stomach acid, not that they have too much. So when you go to the doctor, typically you're prescribed a proton pump inhibitor, something that blocks your acid production, but more times than not, you actually get acid reflux from not having enough acid to break down your food, okay? And so one of the things that can really help is that apple cider vinegar drink, and that's just really easy. It's a full glass of water and you have 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, you have 1 teaspoon of honey, and you have the juice, a fresh juice of half a lemon. And you just mix that all up. I can't words today. It's a Monday, right? You mix that all up and you drink it. Now, depending on how hardcore you are, depending on, you know, how good you want it to taste or whatever, I put that half teaspoon of honey in it, and that makes it much easier to drink. But when I'm doing it really regularly, or I'm in a hurry or whatever, I've just done like the water and the apple cider vinegar and just drink it straight too. So do what works for you based on your time, based on how you feel, but always dilute the apple cider vinegar. Never take an apple cider vinegar shot. It's going to burn your throat. It's going to feel horrible. So those are just a few ideas of what may be going on if you are loving intermittent fasting, but you are still experiencing heartburn. So just make sure you start, when you break your fast, start with a small meal. Make sure you're not eating too fast. Consider digestive enzymes, and maybe try that apple cider vinegar drink. Now, the last thing that I will say about that is heartburn can actually be caused by the foods you're eating as well. So if you are eating a lot of grains or gluten in particular, you may want to completely eliminate those for a period of time and see if that was the culprit. Okay, I hope that helps. If you have any other questions, please let me know, and have a great Monday.